Hello everybody. Just wanted to make a quick video going a little bit of a rant. Happy New Year's. It has been a wild start to the new year. I mean, what are all the things that have popped off the moment the new year kicked in? We had a massive 7.1 earthquake in Japan, liquefactions, tsunamis, mudslides, severe mild tsunami tidal waves on the coast of California. The aliens, Miami, and then now what's going on in New York with the underground tunnels and chambers in the synagogue of that New York Jewish temple there. What else has been occurring? Joe Biden went to a church in South Carolina, Charleston, and was called out and booed. He was totally booed in this church. What else has been going on? Just a lot of crazy shit has been going on. A partial release of the Epstein's list, right? The people on Epstein's list. And things are moving forward with policies, global policies around the WHO, the World Health Organization. And if you remember the long video I made back in the summer, my Cancer season astrology forecasts, I went really deep in that video talking about the transits, big major transits, not just in Cancer season, but things that have been going on for a while. And today the moon made a direct trine to Uranus retrograde in Taurus. The sun in Capricorn transited through 19 degrees Capricorn and made a direct trine to Uranus retrograde 19 degrees while we are in the midst of the balsamic moon phase leading into the Capricorn new moon that climaxes, the new moon apexes on the morning of January 11th, 6:55 Eastern time. So with the sun in the earth sign Capricorn making a trine to Uranus in an earth sign Taurus, this is going to be, Capricorn represents structures, rules, system, authority, organizations that we give authority to. So government, military, the CDC, the World Health Organization, police, hospitals, the public school system, all sorts of systems and structures that we have in play, making this trine to Uranus and Taurus, earth, resources. Taurus is a fixed earth around money, value system, food, agriculture, things of that nature, the global economy, our economy. And so with the sun making a trine to Uranus right now, Uranus is the energy. And if you remember a few months back, a video I made called the Uranus factor, Uranus is high voltage lightning energy that is unpredictable, that is sudden, that seems random. Uranus is sudden, random, unforeseeable events that carry an element of shock and destruction. So Uranus and Taurus brings mass unsettlement around Taurus themes, which is agriculture, food, and money. Last time Uranus was in Taurus was during World War II and after World War II, during going into the Great Depression. Uranus and Taurus back then, 70 plus years ago, brought a massive destabilization in our global economy, and it's doing it again right now, and we're in a new spiraling evolution with it due to the internet, cryptocurrency, decentralized banking, blockchain, transhumanism, microchips, social credit scores, like what's going on in China and things like that. So the sun in Capricorn right now, making this direct trine to Uranus and Taurus, is bringing a massive shock and revelation around those themes, structures and organizations and monies and resources and military and things like that. While Pluto is holding down the ground at that 29-degree Capricorn position. Pluto has been at that 29 degree of Capricorn for I don't know how long, a few weeks now, and will move out of this 29-degree Capricorn position into Aquarius 0 degrees on January 20th. So a little over a week away, Pluto is going to shift. So Pluto, I've talked so much about Pluto and Capricorn over the last several years. Pluto entered Capricorn back in 2008. And remember, Capricorn rules government, military, authority, structures, system, traditions, integrity. Pluto is destruction, death, rebirth, transformation. Pluto going into Capricorn started a long 15-year process for world authority, structures, and policies to go through a death and transformation process. And that process entails having to expose what is being kept secret and hidden. This is Pluto, scorpionic themes. Pluto is manipulation, secrets, taboos, the darker shadow aspects of self. So Pluto moving through Capricorn over the last 15 years has been this long, steady process of revealing to the waking masses just exactly how deep the secrets, the lies, the manipulation, and the corruption is within our world global governing systems. And in that Cancer forecast video, I talked all about this and what this means about America going through its Pluto return and the Constitution of Independence. America became a country while Pluto was in Capricorn at 27 degrees, some 250 years ago, give or take a few years. So it's interesting, while America has been going through its Pluto return, there has been talks about making changes to our Constitution and creating policies that entangle our Constitution, giving over our sovereign power to global organizations like the United Nations and the WHO, the World Health Organization. And so, this is all entangled. Everything is entangled with the dark cabal, the Illuminati, with human trafficking, politics, Hollywood. Everything is entangled with this. Mass religious organizations, super hard things that you don't want to see, that you don't want to look at. In a previous video that I did about a month or so ago, I talked about the kind of thing that Pluto is. So, I made a reference about how if you've ever had somebody in your family or in your tribal unit that made you feel a little bit cringy about how they tickled everybody else's child, right? And then there's this unconscious awareness that it's unsettling, right? But we don't want to look at it, right? We don't want to look directly at it and be like, this is weird. There's a part of human nature that wants to suppress these kinds of taboo shadow topics due to a fear of facing this dark and shining a light into it. Well, Pluto is the energy that reveals what is being kept hidden beneath the rug, beneath the surface, and stirs that catastrophic death and rebirth cycle of having to come to terms with the pure truth, which means a Pluto transit is the kind of transit that can create some sort of revealing that your feelings of this weird person around your kids were actually legit, and they were actually inappropriately doing all kinds of fucked up shit and have really highly disturbing criminal material on their computer. So Pluto transit is the element within our world, within our systems, within our lives, that is going to reveal things that we rather not look, that we rather suppress in our unconscious. And this is happening on a global level with our government and everything. Everybody in the fucking world, most people do not want to look at what's happening. And we are laying out so much fucking information about what was going on in the last 3 years with COVID and the vaccines and people dying, Hollywood, pedophilia, human trafficking, what's that movie called again? The Sound of Freedom. All of these different things, right? There is a great divide of people who can see that this is really going on and people who still don't want to look at it. And Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn right now, the very last degree of Capricorn, is bringing a massive culminating buildup of all the work it's been doing over the last 15 years in revealing it, which is why things like the underground tunnels and chambers under the synagogue of this temple in New York is occurring. Jeffrey Epstein's list is being released. These weapons are happening. Talks of portals of aliens walking out through Miami. All kinds of serious shit going on with this Pluto at this 29 degree Capricorn point. This is the culminating. This is the apocalypse. This Pluto at this 29 degree point is bringing in the ultimate, is setting up the ultimate process for true purification within humanity, to awaken within what is going on here and go and move forward with the process. And being in this balsamic moon phase, while the moon was in Sagittarius, making these trines to Chiron and the North Node and Aries and whatnot, it is stirring a lot of wild fire, which is why when the light broke into the dark of what is happening within this synagogue, the energy of the reaction to it was total riot and destruction. Like Sagittarius burns the whole fucking thing down, and it's building up towards the climax of this new moon. So moving forward, like after this month, after this new moon, the whole world is changing again. The whole fucking world, society, and the collective consciousness is going to be dramatically changing again and forever. So I just wanted to share my piece about all of this. It's definitely no coincidence. I love applying an astrological aspect to a lot of what's happening. Again, I would like to talk more in great detail of so many different cycles and how they play with certain conspiracies and in our history and whatnot. But that's all I'm gonna share with you for right now. The sun in Capricorn making this direct aspect to Uranus is going to create a whole lot of shock that's coming from very random and seemingly unpredictable sources. What took place in Miami, what took place in what's taking place right now in New York with the underground chambers in the synagogue, where they're finding all kinds of fucked up shit. Look into it right now. That's the Uranus. It's shock, random, unpredictable, but it ties in to, because guess where it's at? It's in a church. It's in a massive Jewish temple. It's in a massive organization. They are an authority. They are a great power of people, and it's connecting to what's happening in Israel and Hamas and Palestine and Epstein's Island and the Illuminati and the ancient families and all this stuff. It's all fucking connected. Everything is so fucking connected, and this is just the time. This is just the time where things are coming up. And the world is shifting. Also, the earth consciousness is shifting with these solar flares going on, these fucking earthquakes and everything like that. So just be aware. Just be aware. And, you know, good luck to you all. Godspeed.